1, 0. All engines, small step for man, giant leap for mankind.
Man's age-old dream of flight becomes a reality.
Explain what internet is.
Palace has announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
The past isn't just dusty textbooks. It's the living, breathing story of who we are and who we might become. Imagine history on fast forward. Empires rise and fall in the blink of an eye. Time, the great sculptor, chisels away at epochs, leaving behind monuments of war, wonders of innovation, and whispers of forgotten kings. This video takes you on a rapid-fire journey through centuries of human history. From monumental wars to groundbreaking inventions, from the rise and fall of empires to the power plays of kings. Hold on tight, because we're rewinding time. The 20th century was a whirlwind of change, a roller coaster ride through history that saw humanity reach dizzying heights and plummet to horrifying depths. It was a century packed with enough drama to fill 1,000 history books. Let's take a fast-paced journey through this remarkable era. The First and Second World Wars cast a long shadow over the century, engulfing millions in their fiery grip and reshaping the global landscape. 1914 to 1918, World War I engulfs the globe, dragging millions into a bloody conflict that leaves over 16 million dead. Empires crumble, redrawing the map of Europe. Year is 1917. The Russian Revolution explodes, sparking the rise of communism and sending shockwaves through the world. 1939 to 1945, World War II erupts, eclipsing World War I in its horror. Over 85 million perish as the Nazis unleash the Holocaust, a genocidal stain on humanity. The United States and Soviet Union emerge as superpowers, United States wielding the world's first atomic bombs in 1945 on Japan. Cold War chill 1947 to 1991. Superpowers flexing their muscles, the USA and the USSR locked in a staring contest that could end everything with a bang. The Iron Curtain descends, dividing Europe and setting the stage for the Cold War. This wasn't just a battle of muscles, but a clash of ideologies that kept the world on the edge of nuclear annihilation. While some folks were busy building bombs, others were busy breaking chains. The 20th century saw a tidal wave of social movements demanding equality and justice. Suffragettes fight for women's suffrage. Gandhi leads India to independence. The civil rights movement challenges racial segregation in the US, and environmentalists and human rights activists champion their causes. Hold on to your hats, folks, because the 20th century was a tech whirlwind. From the Wright brothers' first flight in 1903, to the sputtering airplanes to supersonic jets, from crackling radios to crystal-clear TVs, from clunky computers to pocket-sized smartphones, DNA unraveled the mysteries of our very being. It was a time when science fiction became science fact, faster than you could say moon landing, and the internet connects everyone at the click of a mouse. Movies flickered on silver screens, animation brought cartoons to life, and comics spun fantastical tales. Video games transported us to other worlds, while literature explored the depths of the human soul in ink-stained pages. It was a century that shaped the world we live in today. We're setting sail for the 19th century, a time when empires boomed, revolutions erupted, and the gears of progress cranked into high gear. Let's rewind the record. Imagine cobblestone streets morphing into steel canyons, chimneys belching smoky sermons, and the rhythmic clang of gears composing a mechanical symphony. The year 1830s. Factories sprout like mushrooms across Europe and America. Smoke, thicker than fog, choked the air, transforming economies from agrarian to industrial. Coal, the black heart of the revolution, pulsed faster with each passing year. Production of coal increased to 500%, the fuel that powered the revolution. During 1870s, the assembly line arrives, churning out goods faster than ever before, but at a cost. Long hours, harsh conditions, and the rise of the urban proletariat. The 19th century was a game of risk played on a world-sized map, with empires as the players and continents as the prizes. In 1800, the British Empire reaches its zenith, controlling a quarter of the world's landmass and population. A quarter of land, a quarter of souls, all bowing to the Queen's command. During 1840s, opium wars pit European empires against China, seeking control of lucrative trade routes and fueling global tensions. During 1880s, the scramble for Africa begins, as European powers carve up the continent for their own colonial gains. By the eve of the 20th century, empires cover nearly 85% of the Earth's land, but cracks in their foundations start to show, hinting at the coming shift in global power. The map was being redrawn, not with ink and quill, but with the blood of the oppressed, the sweat of the liberated. This was no longer a simple grab bag of territories, but a global tug of war for the soul of the world, and the fight had just begun. The year is 1800. Roughly 1 billion souls dance across the stage, their steps an uneven waltz of survival. But mark my words, this is merely the prelude to a demographic explosion. Fast forward a century. By year 1900, the century's end, the global population doubles to 2 billion, fueled by advancements in medicine and hygiene. Across the Atlantic, 50 million dreams take ship immigrants who crossed the Atlantic to the United States during the 19th century, seeking a new life in the land of opportunity. Urbanization, cities swell, becoming melting pots of cultures and breeding grounds for social change, labor movements, and new ideas. In 1825, a mechanical maestro named Charles Babbage orchestrated the world's first symphony of gears, considered as the first computer, laying the groundwork for the digital age. 1859, Charles Darwin's theory of evolution by natural selection shakes the foundations of science and religion, forever changing our understanding of life. The periodic table of elements is finalized in 1869 by Dmitri Mendeleev. His periodic table unlocked the secrets of atoms, their alliances and betrayals, their endless waltz of creation and destruction. 1895, 1905, the dawn of the golden age of physics, with groundbreaking discoveries like X-rays, radioactivity, and relativity, challenging our perceptions of space, time, and the universe. We're embarking on a wild ride through the 18th century, a time of powdered wigs, revolution, and reason. Here's a glimpse into this fascinating era, 1701 to 1714. The War of the Spanish Succession, a continental clash for power, reshapes European alliances and crowns new monarchs. One Prussia joins the Club of Empires, flexing its muscles under King Frederick. 1775 to 1783, the American Revolution shatters colonial chains, birthing the United States and inspiring independence movements worldwide. 1889 to 1799, France gets a taste of liberté, égalité, fraternity in the whirlwind of the French Revolution, redefining social and political landscapes. Age of Enlightenment and scientific pursuits. Reason reigns supreme. Thinkers like Voltaire, Diderot, and Rousseau challenge the status quo, sparking intellectual revolutions across Europe. 1712. Isaac Newton, gravity's master, publishes his General Scholium, further illuminating the universe's secrets. 1808, Captain James Cook embarks on his first voyage of discovery, charting the Pacific and expanding humankind's horizons. Industrial Revolution's rumbling gears. 1712. Thomas Newcomen's steam engine lays the foundation for the Industrial Revolution, transforming manufacturing and setting the stage for a new economic order. Richard Arkwright's water frame revolutionizes textile production, ushering in an era of mass production and urbanization. Global rivalry and colonial expansion. European powers jockey for global dominance, establishing colonies, sparking wars, and vying for trade routes. 1763. The Treaty of Paris ends the 7 Years' War, reshuffling colonial territories and marking the rise of Britain as a maritime superpower.